Sweet. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Midweek Gaming. I'm Nick. Over there on the other side is, of course, Justin providing his usual commentary dash whatever he usually does.
Existence. Proper
Existence.
existence.
Anyways, again, we didn't actually. I actually planned on. We did. Tongue tied in the opening right now, but we actually we thought about doing the Destiny thing this week, but
hmm
honestly, there's really not much that we could say that hasn't been covered for the most part in the community already. So you're
Yeah, a
probably
lot
wondering
of
why
the big stuff going on for the next expansion that was talked about and whatnot has already been pretty much discussed to
yeah,
and before. So for
yeah,
the most part, we're
and we'll probably save our own opinions for when we do our personal video of this season that's coming or that has already happened. Maybe next week sometime. I don't know. As for TennoCon and the whole nonsense around TennoCon, again, same thing. Honestly, all the reveals are insane. 1999 looks great. Eldridge Deviri or Eldridge Man on the Wall nonsense is always appreciated. Rap tap tap. Yeah, you get what I mean. It's gonna be interesting. Honestly, I was tempted to cover that, but I thought, yeah, we did it 3 months ago, and honestly, one of the more interesting parts is, or one thing that might be more interesting or more different to cover than usual would be instead of the usual things, we instead did Gamescom. Gamescom, I think a week or two ago had opening night live, and a bunch of stuff came out of that. So we decided to talk about that this week, and we picked actually three things for me, two things for him, or did you pick a third thing?
no. I only have two.
Okay, for two. So he's got two things. I've got three things. We're gonna single out those three games and kind of talk about them, give our own opinions on things,
Yeah.
as well as that stuff. And in his case, it'll be two. We could do way more, but again, there's just so much at Gamescom. Link in the description below if you want to see the whole thing for opening night. If we sat here and talked about the whole thing, we'd be here all day. So we decided to shrink it down to, five. So here we are.
Here we are.
Also, before we get too deeply into the videos, again, I'm gonna do 1 minute of quick advertisement. If you ever wanted to meet me in person, you ever wanted to shake my hand, you ever wanted to be like, hey, yo, you do good work, or you wanted video ideas, I'm actually currently doing rep for PlayStation. And if you're in Canada, any of our Canadian viewers can actually come over to the Burlington Oakville, or those are two different things. You can come over to the Best Buy in Oakville. That's what I was gonna say, and you can see me there. I am there from Friday from 3 p.m. till closing, or just till closing, and then Saturday and Sunday from basically opening till 6 p.m. Eastern time. You want to see me? Come out. It's gonna be great. I got the PSVR 2. We can do demos. You can, talk with me. It's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna be there for the next 4, 5 weeks, something like that. So yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, shilling over. Just thought I'd also say that. I don't know if I'll say that every video. I'm yet to decide. But anyways, back to your regularly scheduled program. So opening night live. You want to start it, Justin, or you want me to start it?
We could start.
All right, I'll start. So first thing on the list I actually want to talk about is Wukong. I honestly thought that. Okay, this is weird. I originally thought that this one got renamed when the Wulong game came out last year or sometime earlier this year. I can't remember,
Mm-hmm.
and that it had just been renamed and came out as that. Because remember, the Wukong game was released or has been revealed a year or two ago, something like that. So I did not know if there was any issues and they had to rename it, and it came out. But nope, Wukong is still a thing, and it's still very much in development. This one is going to be interesting because, again, I don't know if they're going to take it more the Team Ninja route. Team Ninja, for those who don't know, are the guys who made Wulong, as well as the guys who make another game that I'm particularly fond of, and that is Niho. These are two games that kind of play into the Souls genre, where enemies can just curb stomp you instantly if you're not careful. And the reason I say I don't know if they're going to take it that route is because Wukong, funny enough, for those who don't know, is based off. Oh, here's the thing. I want to say Chinese mythology, but the Chinese themselves kind of admit that it's more of a fan fiction created during the old days, and it just kind of became something that they just kind of ran with.
Right.
This is a character that is overpowered to the nth degree, pees in the hand of a god, and has a staff that can extend to like the next continent if he wants to. So the idea of having him being an underpowered character in a game, getting his butt kicked in by everything, just doesn't feel right for the character. I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see a more I don't know, regular style game. I mean, it's an action role playing game, so we'll see. But I don't know. I'll certainly probably play it. It looks really interesting. I don't know. Again, we will see. It's Wukong. What can I say here? It's
it's an interesting thing for what's going on and everything and whatnot. Well, off that then, we'll move on to
you
our
and your
next.
thing.
Big news for people who enjoy the old Sega games, specifically for Sonic. Turns out Sonic Superstars is going to be coming very soon enough, and it's going to be a very interesting game for a lot of players who've enjoyed the old Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 games. Because now there's a good chance that how the game's going to work is you're going to actually be able to play pretty much the old Sonic games, or maybe a new spin on the old Sonic games, with your friends. So it's going to be very similar to that of New Super Mario.
If you have friends.
If you have them. But yeah, it's going to be very similar to New Super Mario, where you're going to pretty much be going through the level with your companions, your friends, and basically be going through pretty much the levels as you kind of normally would, only this time you're pretty much just with 2 extra people running around destroying robots and better graphics. Yeah, it's very modernized with how the game actually looks. So it's is very interesting because it nonetheless goes and modernizes the game, but it also goes and allows people to actually play the game in a new way that you weren't able to before. That allowing you to be able to play with other people and have fun with it and mess around, do the normal things that a lot of people who play New Super Mario do when with their friends, going and making them mess up and end up losing a life. Because there goes all your rings.
Because you don't ever screw with other people while you're playing with them.
No. We're always playing Mario Party.
Well, in Mario Party, you just make enemies.
In Mario Party, everyone is your enemy.
It's just basically Monopoly Nintendo Edition.
It's Monopoly just with extra steps.
Everyone just yells at each other at the end of the game.
But yeah, there's Sonic Superstars. Little game coming up soon enough, but it is a big Sega game nonetheless, so stay tuned for that.
Interesting. Honestly, like I said, I'm surprised you would... Okay. It's weird for me to say this on this end, because full disclaimer, this is our second time recording this.
Yes.
The only reason we're doing the second time is because, full disclosure, his audio got borched because we were using Gary's mod originally for the background gameplay, and that probably
something happened. Something source engine magic.
something source.
Don't tab in and out of a game multiple times.
Wait a minute. It just clicked. You tabbed on a source game? My dude, you never tab on a source game.
Well, I do it all the time, and it works most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most.
So if we sound a bit off, it's just that we've done this already once before, and it was like an hour-long stream. but we had to throw it all out because the audio was screwed on his end. So, but anyways, I was gonna say though, like I said, it surprises me that he, of all people, that being Justin, would be into Sonic. But
Yeah.
eh,
There you are.
there you go. He's a fanboy. He's betrayed Microsoft. But
Betraying of
anyways,
Microsoft. So they
Master Chief
say.
cries and grunt noises. But anyways, moving back over to me, the second one we're gonna cover is, I mean, I'm a weeb diehard. I'm gonna cover Grand Blue Fantasy. Come on, I was gonna cover this at some point. Funny enough, after our first recording, I actually looked into it a bit. It looks like it's actually going to be a take on an already existing series that exists on mobile already, at least in certain markets, I think. So that'll be interesting to see. Honestly, it looks really interesting. I love these kinds of like anime-based art styles. Like, for example, I played the heck out of Tales of Arise when it came out. That was fun. So I'm definitely gonna enjoy this one at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And not at all because I'm a dead weeb, but no, never,
Not at all.
not at all. Honestly, though, like I said, it looks interesting. It's kind of funny that it's made by Cry Games because Cry Games I first remember hearing about as an app developer, and they make things like I think it was like Shadow Hold or something like that on the phone. Hold on, I have it pulled up on my phone, don't I? Because I was looking them up literally 10 seconds ago. Yeah, no, Shadowverse, like card games, and that was kind of their thing on the mobile, and that's when I first remember hearing about them on mobile. So it's kind of interesting to see that they're making a console game. But, we'll see.
We'll see where it goes.
Nowadays, judging a person based on their previous works in the mobile space doesn't necessarily mean they won't be good in the console series. As irresponsible as that kind of sounds, there's a lot of mobile game creators that are now going into console and vice versa, so it's not entirely surprising these days to see mobile game companies going into the console space anymore. At least not as surprising as it was like 5-10 years ago. But anyways, that's my take on Grand Blue. I'll certainly play it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping this more bridge than last time because
We went pretty long.
We went pretty long. Like I said, the previous recording was an hour long. We had to scrap it anyway, so we're trying to cut this one down.
Yep.
Anyways, back over to you, Justin.
So, next up, we've got big name game coming up this time around.
That I'm definitely playing.
Yeah, that being Payday. Payday is going to be releasing Payday 3. What?
Yeah, Payday 3.
Yeah.
You were just like Payday 3.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Focus.
I was speaking. But yes, Payday 3 will be releasing very soon. And with that, a whole multitude of fun content for people to enjoy. That specifically revolving around the new mechanics. The new mechanics, the new murders, fun time, all sorts of wonderful stuff for people to enjoy.
Not at all interested in the new high-res money. Not at all.
Not at all. But
I mean, it sounds good.
So some of the mechanics between Payday 2 and Payday 3 are going to be majorly different. One of those going to be police encounters and raids. The shields alone are going to act like actual shields with police hiding behind them for cover when going and reloading, shooting, all sorts of stuff. They're going to be basically acting like actual, cover, movable cover. And
they're gonna do their job.
Yeah, they're gonna do their job and all that. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what exactly happens moving forward because there's a lot of mechanics in the game that are different than what Payday 2 is, and what's being offered so far looks amazing. So I would 100% recommend, if you are a Payday fan, go and definitely get Payday 3 and enjoy it because heists await.
Yeah, we are definitely not Payday fans here at the
Definitely
The Office.
not
Definitely
Payday.
not. No,
No,
no, we
no,
have
no,
not
no.
done that.
But yeah, no,
Honestly,
nonetheless, expect the police forces on all difficulties, all levels, to be harder and easier in certain regards. Because there's going to be new tips and tricks people are going to have to use. And
absolutely.
on top of that, another cool thing, a lot of people might like Payday for the whole stealth mechanics because there are some stealth builds and whatnot that you can use and do things to never even end up getting the police called in the first place. Uh, that's going to be changed in Payday 3, allowing for more methods, more ways of stealth, and more ways of your murder fun time. So whatever method you want, there's going to be more options and more fun available.
Indeed. Funny enough, one of the features they seem to like showing off recently with Payday 3 is the ability to actually cut through the ceiling. This was
Yes.
not actually a feature in the original Payday 2. Or I don't want to say original because there was a Payday 1, but the previous game. Let's go with that. So that'll be interesting. You actually be able to cut through the ceiling now instead of actually having to like find a door, which in some cases can be quite a pain in the neck, especially if you are outside and
Yeah.
you're being shot at from every direction. But honestly, it'll be interesting. Fun fact about Payday 2, from my perspective, it seems, is that if you've been playing the game before, you know that masks are like the big customizable thing for Payday. But it seems like with Payday 3, they're opening it up to not just masks anymore, but also suits as well as gloves. And suits were kind of a thing before. I mean, you had character models, but the character models themselves were for the most part static. You couldn't really change them. But now you actually have, actual costumes, it seems, that are coming in. So you've got extra suits, and you can even seem to be able to change the cover of your gloves too.
So,
And
fair amount
interestingly
more
enough,
customization for people to enjoy.
yeah, not at all going to be more of a money sink, not at all. I mean, jokes aside, there are 3 different editions for Payday. For the sake of brevity, we'll cover them all here. The standard, silver, and gold will get you the base game, as well as the pre-order bonus, which is what they call the trifecta loot bag, which is basically just an entire outfit for whoever you choose to play as, which will include suit, jacket, thing, mask, as well as a set of gloves. Because even in Payday 3, it seems even gloves are going to be customizable now. In the silver edition, you get all of that plus a silver sterling mask, or a dark sterling mask, which is a pretty nasty looking mask, honestly. I might probably go with that edition. 3-day early access to the game, so it'll go live for you anyone who orders the silver 3 days early, as well as 6 months of the season pass. So that'll include 2 heists, a tailor pack, so again, more suit stuff, as well as, of course, weapons. What is Payday without a obscene amount of weapons? And Gold Edition will net you everything as stated before, but you will also get a what looks like a Statue of Liberty mask, as well as a set of gold gloves, as well as the Sterling mask, as well as a full year this time of the season pass, which will instead of 2 iced have 4, and probably more tailor packs as well as weapon packs along with it. So yeah, there's that.
there's that for you to enjoy.
And that'll be coming out the 21st of next month, that being September. So I will definitely probably be playing it. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we at the over in midweek play that in the background for one of our videos at some
There's a
point.
chance. There's a chance.
Hey man, I want to see if they bring over like the Hoxton birthday party shtick over into Payday 3. You have like an actual safe house and you have like vaults and you can upgrade the security. I hope they bring that feature forward into Payday 3 because I really enjoyed that. The original vault they had in Payday 2 before the Hoxton birthday party update really just felt like it was there. It really didn't do much. At least with the kind of mega safe house, you have, different rooms, you've got an underground vault so you can look at your money, you can, do physical training if you wanted to. There was more things to do and it was more runaround space. So it was kind of interesting. Who knows? Maybe they'll improve on it in Payday 3 or at the very least carry it forward. I hope they at the very least do that. So we'll see,
We'll see where it goes.
honestly. Anyways, back over to me. I generally save the best for last because you can bet your butt that I would spend any excuse to talk about Cyberpunk, specifically the Phantom Liberty update coming out. I played the heck out of Payday of Cyberpunk as well when it came out. Yeah, I know. There were a lot of glitches and bugs. I was fortunate enough to be able to play it on PS5 when it first came out. I was not one of the people who chose to play it on PS4 because I knew going in that would be a bad idea, and history shows that I was right on that case because, oh my lord, the bugs. In my case, I actually deeply enjoyed the game. The only real bug that I encountered that was like of note, if noticeable at all, was a bug that during one of the gigs caused a car to spawn in the like up in the air above the street, which is the problem because I needed that for a mission and I needed to put the body in the trunk to continue the mission. Quickly reloading fixed that issue, but you know, it was there. So I for the most part got lucky, I think. With Phantom Liberty coming out the 21st of next month, or the 26th, my mistake, of next month, it is promising a massive overhaul to the game. Phantom Liberty is going to be this whole spy shtick that they're having. They're going to introduce a whole new district in the city. They're going to introduce a whole new plot. You know, it's going to be a bunch of stuff. But it's not just going to be the expansion and that's it. There's going to be a massive overhaul to the game coming as well. And I'm just going to go over the list of the stuff that they put over in the demo of the stuff you're going to have. So, obviously, again, the new district where a lot of that's going to take place.
Right.
Dozens. What?
I said right.
Okay. I'm like, okay. It's hard because we're not in the same room, so I don't know if he's saying anything or if I'm cutting him off. It's weird. Anyways, dozens of new story content, dozens of new story quests and gigs, vehicle combat and mounted weaponry. Interestingly enough, I don't believe we had mounted weaponry in the game already, as well as new vehicles as well. So get ready for that. Revamped police system. For those who don't know, the police system in Cyberpunk has always been one of its points. The original police system, for those who don't remember, had an issue where you would commit any crime and the police would spawn right behind you. So,
You
like literally,
violated the law.
it's like one of those Skyrim things where you just drop a vase and the freaking guard just appears. Stop! You violated the law. Pay the fine. But
A little more different this time.
it'll be a little more different this time. They've revamped it already once or twice, and they've tweaked it so that the police spawn further back. But who knows? Maybe they've finally made it so that it's not. Maybe they've done it differently. Who knows?
I'll say for what it is. Some games that have like police going after you, like Saints Row, Saints,
GTA is a famous
yeah,
example.
GTA, Saints Row, and then there's another I can't remember the name of. Like the games that have the police kind of chasing after you after you've done something. Some of them do it well, and then some of them really don't. So
Yeah.
we'll see where
Like
that.
GTA is one of the famous examples that do it well.
Yeah.
Everyone in GTA just loves going on just massive auto
You just go on a massive
crazy
race.
driving.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just go on a race trying to avoid being captured or anything.
and then they just immediately waste you and drop you off at the local hospital. Don't even bother taking him into custody. They'll say, nah, you put him in the hospital. It's fine.
Yep.
Only
It's
in the
good.
world of GTA. You go on a vehicular and you commit mass vehicular slaughter and just be put to the police station or put to the hospital after being slaughtered by the police instead of thrown in supermax. But whatever. Anyways, going on. There's also going to be a massive There's also going to be a combat AI overhaul.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure what this one will mean. Maybe I just missed it in the demo. Maybe I need to look deeper, but I'm not sure myself at the moment what this one will mean. Combat AIs felt decent as is, so I'm not sure exactly what they're going to overhaul in them. Who knows?
What exactly
Maybe.
will be changed and whatnot?
I am curious to see about that one. I am actually curious. I'll probably look that one up later. Funny enough, much like Payday 3, I've actually not pre-ordered this one either, despite how much I talk both of those up. Money's been a bit tight lately with the cons having just passed, so
Yes.
I'm in recession mode right now.
Must gain before lose.
As I say this with a collector's edition for Starfield coming up like on Friday, but whatever. Anyways, there's the endless dynamic events as well as missions that they're adding in. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with endless these dynamic events. Who knows? Maybe you're going to see like police. I don't know. Maybe you're going to see like shootouts happen in the city that you can get involved in. There are already kind of instances where you can like bust gangs in the city, but that's more for like wanted stuff, and I don't believe that stuff repeats. So maybe they're going to be doing this for that. It would certainly be an interesting source of revenue, because the problem is at some point you're going to be like, with a lot of the open world games, you're gonna run into the point where it's like, what do I do for revenue after I complete all like the main story missions? I could just find crooks and like rough them up and steal their stuff, but there's whole issues with economy there. But I digress. They're also redesigning the cyberware and the perks. For those who don't know, they're going to be redesigning the looks of some of the cyberware, as well as the perk trees for the cyberware, or the character itself. Not only will they have a new look, but they'll also have a new features, new elements. So that'll be interesting to see. I've actually seen the perk tree that they're showing off in the trailer. It looks fairly interesting. We will see if it's better or worse. I will see. Arguably, though, of all the things that they're adding, this one is my personal favorite. An all-new relic skill tree and abilities. So for those who don't know, again, in the first video I kind of wondered if I was going to say this, but considering how early this is into the game, I don't think it's a problem. Especially considering the game's been out for like a year or two now. The relic is kind of the titular artifact of the game. It's the thing which holds Silverhand's consciousness and is plugged into your head, as well as slowly killing you. It's kind of the whole shtick of the game. But it also seems like they didn't really use the relic much. Like, I always felt like there should have been an extra skill tree possibly surrounding the relic. Seems like a lot of people agree as well, because now they're adding in a skill tree for it, as well as abilities, which you can use because of it. So that'll be interesting to see. The skill tree looks really interesting. Haven't had a chance to look into the abilities they're giving yet, but I'm excited. They're also going to be increasing the level cap, which I don't remember what the level cap was before. Maybe it was 100? I don't know. And then, finally, they're saying they're adding in 100 plus new items, weapons, cyberware, and fashion. So, that'll be interesting. New guns. That's all anyone needs to care about there, just new guns.
That's about it.
So yeah, it'll be a overhaul of the game. It won't just be a, you know, here's a $46 paid expansion for Cyberpunk that just delivers a new area. It is also going to be a massive overhaul to the game that comes alongside it. That'll come alongside the launch of that update. So, you know, it will be interesting to see how the game looks before and after. I know that games like No Man's Sky have kind of popularized the idea that with enough devotion, any studio can bring a game back from a bad launch. It certainly is possible. We've all seen it done. And as much as I hate to say this, I admit that it's almost good that Cyberpunk released in the state it's in, or the state that it was in, because it scared the games industry. Because before that point, you saw a massive amount of a trend in the industry of releasing games half-baked and just slapping them together later.
Right.
After the whole debacle with Cyberpunk, you know, it kind of proved to the games industry that you can't just release a game in a terrible state and just everyone will buy it. There is a level you have to reach before people will accept the product. Yeah, people are willing to accept not complete entirely, but if it's broken beyond repair,
Don't expect much.
don't expect much. So in a way, it's kind of good that it happened the way it did, because it kind of, I would say, curved that trend a bit, if not entire. Well, I wouldn't say entirely, but a good deal, let's say. So, something
There's
good
something
came
there.
out of it at least. Anyways, so that'll be interesting to see. Like I said, it comes out September 26th. I'm confusing Payday 3's release, which, like I said, is also around the same time. So I will certainly be playing that when it comes in. I don't know if I'll play Cyberpunk now or wait for the expansion. We'll see. Anyways, that's kind of the things we want to talk about. Any kind of opinions, all, Justin?
Nope, no opinions on my end.
Are you saying that just because you want to get this over with, or are you saying that just because you have no opinions?
I have no real opinion. The
Fair
games
enough.
the games will come out when they come out, and hopefully they go well.
A man of few words, Justin is.
Yeah.
Regardless. We'll see. Like I said, Gamescom was a massive thing. Someone crashed the party again, going up on stage, when they revealed the new Starfield trailer, the live action one. It's a nice trailer. Guy was going on about something about GTA, I think. I don't know. Maybe he was protesting that GTA 6 has not had a thing yet. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? But all in all, like I said, Gamescom was a massive success. Opening night was really interesting. These are just a few of the things that we thought we'd highlight. There's a ton of other games that are in Gamescom that you could have heard. Link in the description. There's a whole truckload of them. These are just the ones we wanted to cover. There's even ones that we wanted to cover that we just didn't because, again, time constraints. So go check it out. It's like an hour and a half, not including the pre-show. So, go see it. Go find out. Go see what you like. I'm sure everyone will find something in there for someone.
There's
There's
going to be
things,
something there for you.
honestly. That's not even a lie because there is Gran Turismo, no, there is Forza, yeah, as well as Mortal Kombat, the first game, getting showed off. So we'll see. There is certainly something everyone can find interesting in there. But anyways, if you don't have any comments and I don't have any comments, we'll just cut it there because, like I said, we do not want to have another hour-long special. So, from all of us here at the Midweek office, from me, from Justin, we'll see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye now.
Have a good one.